topic.
Okay, sir, start.
Okay, good morning, students. Today I will take up the topic accounts of holding slash parent company. This is the fifth unit as per your syllabus. This topic is very important from examination point of view and also from understanding point of view. The weightage of this topic is 15 marks out of total 75 marks. So you can say indirectly the weightage is 20%. 15 out of 75 means 1/5 weightage. And most important thing, you may get numericals. And in this, you have to prepare a balance sheet. And the beauty of such questions is if the balance sheet tallies means the total of the assets and total of the liability is equal, then you can ensure yourself about the accuracy of your solution. Before I start, I will repeat one or two points of my first class. One, source material. That I have recommended two books. Why I have recommended only two books? Because these two books are as per your new syllabus. Now, your syllabus is at par with regular college students, that is CBCS. So, these two books, and these two books are very good books. But if you don't have an access to these books, you can also study from other books, no problem. But the latest version should be there. And besides these two books, one most important source material will be past year's question papers. Past year's question paper basically you understand as 10-year question papers. So from 10-year question papers, you can have an idea of the standard of the questions being asked in the examination. What are the important subtopics of the main topics? What are the important points? All these things you will come to. There is no need to ask what is important, what is unimportant. You have only 5 units. All the 5 units are important for you. Questions will be coming in either or format. Means question number one or question number two or like this. So you can prepare yourself accordingly. Now let me start with account slash parent company. Before I start, I will tell you in this the most important is how to prepare corrected balance. In short, you will get a balance sheet of two companies when they are consolidated and made one balance sheet. Combined balance sheet will be known as consolidated balance. We need not prepare consolidated profit and loss account. We have to make only one thing, CBS, consolidated balance sheet. Now I will start with the topic. It is known as consolidated consolidated financial statements or financial statements. We know financial statements are two things: one income statement, the other position statement. But from examination point of view, from syllabus point of view, we have to study only consolidated balance sheet. Now there are two accounting standards, one accounting standard 21 and the other is Indian Accounting Standard or IND-AS 110. So first thing you must understand what is the meaning of holding company and subsidiary company, or what is meant by parent company and what is meant by subsidiary company. Holding company and parent company is the same thing, you can say. Now what is holding company? A company which controls another company, or in other words, it has a hold over another company, is holding company. And the company so controlled is known as the subsidiary company. Now I am repeating. A company which controls another company, which holds another company. How it will have a control over another company? That I will explain afterwards. But in the meanwhile, I am telling you, if a company has a share capital and one company is holding more than half, means 51% or more shares of another company, it will be holding company. Or it controls the board of directors, then it will be holding company. The company whose shares are held by the holding company will be known as the subsidiary company. Now let us see definition of holding company. In the words of Henning, a form of business organization which is created for the purpose of combining other corporations by owning a controlling amount of their stock. When I say by controlling amount of their stock means shares. Now, what is controlling amount? By what amount you can have a control over the other company? It is only when you are holding more than 50% shares. So that is why you may say 51% or more. I am giving an example of the recent transaction of RIL, that is Reliance Industry Limited, and Facebook. Facebook has purchased 9.9% shares of, or 9% stake of Jio in Reliance Industry. All of you must be knowing about Jio. If you don't know RIL, Jio is under RIL. So Facebook has purchased 9.9%. It means it doesn't have control over Jio. It is a minority share. When a company purchases a majority share, that is how, that it means more than 51%, we say it is controlling amount of their stock. So repeat, a form of business organization which is created for the purpose of combining other corporations by owning a controlling amount of their stock. A holding company is established for the sole purpose of owning the controlling interest in other companies. It means the object of holding company or the parent company is to own the controlling interest in other company. The holding company does not usually want to own the entire business. It may hold entire business. Rather, it buys enough stock in other corporations to take control of them. Again, I am repeating this. If a company purchases entire stock, the total, it will be known as 100% subsidiary. 100% subsidiary means the total control, total shares of the subsidiary is held by parent company. But it is not usually necessary. If it is holding or purchase more than 50% or 51% or more, we say it has a control over the other company, subsidiary company. When a company buys another company, the second company is usually becomes a subsidiary. Now let us say Facebook purchases more than 51% shares of Reliance Industries. Then Facebook will be holding company and Reliance Industry will be subsidiary. But this is not the real case. They have purchased only sub 10%, 9.9%. Now what is subsidiary? It is a company owned and controlled by another company. What is that another company? Parent company. Subsidiary company is controlled by the parent company. Owning company is called a parent or holding company. I hope it is clear. Now the different types of holding companies. There are different types of holding company. I will read out these companies and explain. One is parent holding company. It comes into when an organization in existence acquires controlling stake in an existing company or start new companies under its control. For example, Tata Tea has acquired controlling stake in Tetley, a UK tea company. So in this case, Tata Tea will be parent or holding company and Tetley will be known as subsidiary company. Second is offspring company. Offspring basically means a new company is formed by another company. A new company started by some existing company with the objective of exercising control. For example, ECC, Engineering Construction Corporation Limited, was set up by L&T, Larsen and Toubro Limited, as its subsidiary. So L&T is the parent, ECC is the holding company. A company which is established primarily for uniting and controlling its subsidiary. For example, in the Tata Group, Tata Sons Limited was established for uniting and controlling the various subsidiaries. Similarly, TV Sundaram Iyengar and Sons is holding company of the TVS. When I said TVS Group means entire TVS Group. Proprietary holding company. A company entire stock issued by a subsidiary, it will be a proprietary holding company. 100% you can say. Intermediary holding company. A company, a holding company of a subsidiary. Limited is holding the subsidiary. B Limited holds more than shares of C Limited. So B holding company of B Limited and Delimited, it earns profit by financing the operations of other firms. It means the basic purpose is to control the finances, to have the profits. Doesn't have a control over the management. It is only for the purpose of getting profits. Investment holding company. It does not control the affairs of other companies. It invests in the securities of a number of its members derive the benefit of diversified investment. You can correlate finance holding company and investment holding company. Primary holding company. A holding is not a subsidiary of any other company. For example, Unilever Limited the set up Indian company HUL, so it is not a subsidiary of any other company and it is therefore primary holding company. Next is mixed holding company. A holding company which runs its own business and also controls the business of its subsidiary. For example, ICI Limited set up Indian Explosives as its subsidiary. So ICI runs its own business and also controls the business of Indian Explosives. So of course I've explained all the different types of holding company, but you need not bother about all these. These I have explained so that you can understand what is a holding company, what is a subsidiary company. Now from examination point of view, these are very important. Accounting Standard 21. In Accounting Standard 21, the following terms have been used with the meanings specified. So whenever the following following terms have been used, we have to understand the same meaning which has been specified in AS 21, that is Accounting Standard 21. Control. What is the meaning of the word control? Control means the ownership directly or indirectly through subsidiary or subsidiaries, or more than one half of the voting power of an enterprise. It means the holding company controls more than one half of the voting power of an enterprise. It means whatever voting power is there, it is having more than one half of the voting power. Or B, it controls company, it is controlling the composition of board of directors, or in case of other enterprise, the composition of corresponding governing body. Because in case of a company, we have board of directors who govern the company. And in case of other enterprise, we don't have board of directors, but we have a governing body. Governing body does the management. For example, in case of Delhi University colleges, we have governing body for each college. We don't have board of directors. Controls more than one of the voting power, more than one of share. In any of the three cases or all the cases, it will have control. Next is subsidiary. A subsidiary is an enterprise that is controlled by another enterprise known as the parent. It means subsidiary is a company or enterprise that is controlled by another enterprise. So the company which controls will be known as parent company, and the company which is controlled will be known as subsidiary company. Parent. A parent is an enterprise that has one or more subsidiaries. Accounting Standard 21 is wider as it covers an enterprise that is not a company. It may be a company, it may be a group. A group is a parent and all its subsidiary. It means the totality will be considered as a consolidated financial statements. These are the financial statements of a group presented as those of single enterprise. It means the financial statements of the group will be presented as one unit. For this, I will advise you to do one thing. You have an access to the net, and 31st March has gone. Today is 29th April. The companies have started giving their results. Some companies have already declared some results. Some companies will be declaring their result. Tomorrow, RIL will be publishing it. So you can download the results of at least one or two companies and find out the financial statement of these two companies. And if there will be subsidiary of these companies, then you will find out the consolidated financial statements at the end of it. For example, Infosys has subsidiary, RIL has subsidiary, TCS has subsidiary, L&T has its subsidiary, Asian Paints has its subsidiary. Just I have given you the names of 5 most important companies in India. So just you can download the financial statements, the annual accounts, and it will help you a lot in understanding corporate accounting paper, because you will be able to understand what are final accounts, what are consolidated balance sheet, and so many other things. Now let us come to equity. Equity is the residual interest in the assets of an enterprise after deducting all liabilities. You can say assets minus liability is the equity, or in another words, I will tell you it is the net worth. Whenever you are buying a company, let us say you are buying 60% stake. In means your interest in the company is up to it means you have an interest up to 60% of the assets and 60% of the liability. So it is assets minus liability or the net worth. Minority interest. Minority interest is that part of the net result of operations of the net assets of the subsidiary attributable to the interest which are not owned directly or indirectly through subsidiaries by the parent. Now let me explain this. Suppose a company has 50% shares are held by some other people. Some other people may be 1%, 2%, 20%, 100%. So the total interest of outsiders held in that company will be known as minority interest. That will not be applicable in case of fully owned or 100% subsidiary. Now suppose you have purchased, your company A Limited has purchased all the shares, 100% shares of B Limited. So in that case, there will be no minority interest. Now, Ind AS 110 consolidated financial statements. Of course, I am explaining this, but this is, you must have an overview of this. Ind AS 110 requires an entity, that is parent, to present consolidated financial statement. This means parent company has to present consolidated financial statement. Objective of Ind AS 110 is to establish principles for the presentation and preparation of consolidated financial statements, whom an entity controls one or more of the entities. It means it will establish the principles, or it will give you the guidelines on the basis of which consolidated financial statements will be presented. Meaning and parameters of control that I'm skipping, you can just go through this. Then I have this thing you can just read, because this will not be very important for you from the examination. If I do all these things, I will be missing out the relevant procedure of consolidation. Now the accounting requirement, parents shall prepare consolidated financial statements using uniform accounting principles for live transactions and other events in similar circumstances. It means there should be uniform accounting principles. Intra-group balances and transactions must be eliminated. These intra-group balances and transactions I have explained in practical questions that I will explain. Non-controlling interest in the subsidiary shall be presented. That will be minority interest. If a parent loses control over the subsidiary, the parent shall de-recognize the asset and liability of a former subsidiary, recognize any investment retained in the subsidiary as its fair value, and recognize gain and losses associated with the loss of control. Now I have given you comparison of AS 21 and AS 110. This is only for academic purpose. I think you can understand this, so I will skip this. Now I will come to the practical aspect. Before I come to the practical aspect, I am giving you 2 minutes break so that I can switch over to this. I think now should I start? The preparation of consolidated balance sheet as per AS 21. So whatever we shall be doing, that will be as per accounting standard 21. In preparing the consolidated balance sheet, we have to keep in mind so many important things. That is, in preparing the consolidated balance sheet, the balance sheet of the parent and its subsidiary should be combined on line by line basis. What is line by line basis? It means fixed assets will be added with fixed assets, current assets will be added with the current assets, current liability will be added with current liabilities. That is by adding together like items of assets and liabilities. In order that consolidated balance sheet presents the financial information about the group as that of a single enterprise, or you can say CBS. Consolidated balance sheet basically means CBS. It represents the financial statement or the balance sheet of the whole group as a single unit. So what are the steps we have to take? Like AS 21 the following steps should be taken. Basic information. What we need to know. One, date of acquisition. The date of balance sheet. Third, share of the holding company or parent company and that of the minority. Now let us say the balance sheet of H Limited and S Limited. Let me say that H Limited will be holding company and S Limited will be subsidiary company. Whenever I shall be using the word H Limited, you understand it as holding company and S means subsidiary. So there will be two balance sheets of H and S. Let us say this balance sheet are as on 31st March 2020 and date of acquisition. When the holding company acquired the shares of the subsidiary company. Does it acquire on 31st March or any other date? Share of the holding company or parent company and that of the minority. Whatever share, it is 100%, 80%, 90%, 60%, whatever. What is the number of shares? What is the value of the shares? Now, date of acquisition. Suppose I say date of balance sheet is 31st March 2020 and the company has acquired the shares on 1st April 19. So all the profits of the subsidiary company prior to the date of acquisition, that is prior to 1st April 19, will be pre-acquisition profits. And all profits after the date of acquisition will be known as post-acquisition profits. So prior to date of acquisition means pre-acquisition. Post the date of acquisition. After the date of acquisition will be post-acquisition profit. Why it is important to make a distinction? Holding company shares in the post-acquisition profits and reserves of the subsidiary company is added to the profits and reserves of the holding company in preparing consolidated balance sheet, in preparing CBS. Minority share will be added to minority interest. So it means all the profits prior to the date of acquisition will be capital profit in nature and all the profits and reserves after the date of acquisition will be revenue profit in nature. That I will explain afterwards. Cancellation of investment account. While preparing the consolidated balance sheet, investment account appearing in the balance sheet of the holding company will be replaced by the assets and liabilities of the subsidiary company. It means eliminate investment account from the balance sheet of holding company and equity capital of the subsidiary company and merge all other assets and liabilities.